I got done all of my motivational things. So now we are going to get to me complaining about why I wasn't doing YouTube. Yay. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Kevin. I run this channel, King Kevon, and normally I make motivational content in order for you to grow your, be successful in your career, your own goals in life, and achieve all of your dreams. But right now, we're just kind of doing a little more rant of a style video. There's still going to be a message in it, but it's going to be less structured. I normally read off of bullet points in order to keep my videos flowed better. But today, I need to get this off my chest. So basically, right, I was gone for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I can explain, right? So back in like 2021 or like 2022, I got my first ever job, which was the fast food job, right? I saved up some money back then. Back then, I had an iPhone 7, which, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I mean, it wasn't all right, right? So I wanted to just get the newer phone at the time, which at the time was the iPhone 13. So I saved up a pretty penny and I was thinking to myself, ooh, you know what I could do? I could buy this phone renewed. So that's what I did. I went on Amazon.com and I got my iPhone 13 Pro, uh, gray with like 250 gigabytes. And I think I bought it unlocked, but it might have been locked to AT&T, right? Because that was the service I was using, and kind of, we'll get into that. So I got that back then. I had no issues with the phone. I put data on it. I used it completely fine. I still have it right now. It still works, right? Fast forward to now. Last week, not last week, but like 2 weeks ago, my dad, he's the one that kind of puts service on my entire family's phones, and I just pay him the bill, right? He was kind of just getting chewed out by AT&T, so he was like, we're going to switch from AT&T to Verizon, right? The entire family, nobody had an issue. When it came to my phone, I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know if I did carrier lock with AT&T or if it's unlocked, but I was practically sure I did unlocked. We try to switch it over. Of course, it's carrier locked. Lucky me, right? So there's this form you can fill out in order to unlock your phone with AT&T. But I was trying to fill it out, and it asks you for specific things. And just me, my dad, I even went to the people at AT&T. We Loki didn't know what we were doing, so we had to call up this customer rep, right? Now, first off, let me just say the customer service at AT&T is, it was low-key, it's really bad. That's another reason we want to switch. Is just because every time we needed help, AT&T really just did not come through. But regardless, we call up the phone, it gives us the robot. The robot refuses to give us a guy. We keep telling them the issue. The robot just gives up, gives us somebody. We get to the first person. We say, hey, I need to unlock my phone. Can I do that? The guy's like, oh, yeah, let me check your phone. He checks my phone. Everything seems to be okay. He says, okay. Moves on to the second guy, the tech guy, because that's the guy who actually can unlock the phone. The first guy couldn't do it, right? We're on to the second guy. The second guy sees it and he's like, oh yeah, the other guy said it's clear, I'll just give me your like IMEI number and your phone number and we'll get it started, right? I gave him the information and he's like, oh, it says we can't actually do it right now. I was like, huh? Why? And he's like, oh, it says your phone isn't paid off. I was like, what? Mind you, again, I bought this phone secondhand from Amazon. It was like $200 to $300 cheaper at the time. Like the phone itself was like $1,000 to $1,100 worth. I bought it for like 800 ish, a little more than 800, but it just wasn't the price. But it was sold on Amazon's renewed system. They said they checked the phone themselves. So I'm like, no, it's completely fine. I haven't made a payment on the phone since I got it because I paid it in full, right? I don't really like the pay after services. So I tell him that literally can't be possible. So of course, he moves me up to his manager, right? Finally at the manager, mind you, this is the third move up. We've been put on hold for probably about 20 minutes each hold, right? So of course, you were a little tired now. It's pushing around an hour and we're still haven't gone able to unlock this phone. The manager comes on and she says, "Oh yeah, so I hear that you're trying to unlock this phone, but you can't and the phone isn't paid off." And I was like, "Yes. I would like to know why, like, I've got this phone for this long. I feel like it should have been paid off, and I feel like if anything, I feel like I should have known this earlier if this phone wasn't paid off, but I digress for now." So she lets me know that we can't do it because the phone isn't paid off. So I say, "Okay, so how much is not paid off? If it's not that much, I might, maybe if it was like less than $100, I'd slide it because, whatever. Let me transfer over." She said that the phone still has $999 left to be paid off. Excuse me, miss? I I kid you not. When those words left her mouth, me and my dad looked at each other. Originally, we just wanted to unlock this phone in order for me to switch over to Verizon. Now, the goal changed. We wasn't paying no $1,000. So, so I go straight up to that lady. I say, "Excuse me, what do you mean $1,000 is not paid off on the phone? I've never had a payment in my life. And how do I switch over carriers and you guys not know anything?" Well, mind you, we didn't really switch over, but it was still one AT&T account to another. Because remember, I bought this phone secondhand. The first person who had this must have had AT&T, must have bought it through AT&T, canceled it, threw it on Amazon or something of the sorts, right? She, I tell her my situation that I buy it renewed. I've had it for this long. I've never had a payment since I paid it in full. And the manager just goes, "Huh, that's really interesting. That's crazy. You're right. You shouldn't have to pay this much." Okay, give me this in writing. So we made this woman Loki a bit rude on me. I'm gonna be completely honest. I after I heard the $1,000 wasn't paid off, I kind of just got really mad. Right. I normally keep my cool in situations. I do have an anger issue. But I was starting to, get a little agitated. I was like, "I'm not paying this. I need some type of, identification that I will not be paying this amount." Because, as I said, I bought this on the renewed Amazon system. And like the entire time when I put the SIM in the phone, I feel like even then I should have been aware that, oh, snap, you have a phone that's not paid off. But now that I'm trying to switch over, it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, your phone isn't paid off. So now the manager, we made her write out a whole email, send it to us in order to, get proof. After that, the manager goes, "Yeah, so we're now going to have to like put an investigation on your phone because right now it's looking like it was probably stolen and threw on Amazon." So we was like, "Okay, can I now just get AT&T service because obviously I can't carrier unlock it while the investigation goes on?" Of course, no. But that also means I can't get AT&T service. I can't get Verizon service. I can't get anybody service. So right now, this phone is like cooked. So it's looking like I'm gonna need another phone if I want to like use internet and have a phone number. Obviously I can still connect to Wi-Fi and use it like that, but right now I literally don't have a phone number. So there is that. And of course, I asked her, I was like, yeah, so this is looking a pretty big issue, and you're basically telling me I need to buy a whole new phone. Am I gonna get compensated for this? Yeah, listen, gang. Black person asking for compensation for everything. Karen, listen, gang. This is a very big inconvenience. If you know me IRL, you know that I literally have said repeatedly I do not want to change phones right now unless this thing like shatters on me. I was gonna keep it literally until it's like it becomes unusable. So now basically being forced to switch is kind of an inconvenience. And of course, AT&T being AT&T, they were like, nah, we can't convenience you. It's been too long since then. Well, my fault, Gangatron. I feel like if I knew immediately, I would have either A, returned the phone, or B, probably ask you then, right? So anyway, I feel like that really shouldn't be my fault or issue. But, of course, it's just you got to roll with the punches. And every day I was kind of just, trying to talk with them, try to see how the investigation going. Of course, they're giving me nothing. And my dad at this point, he's so tired of AT&T. He's like, oh, all they're doing is just trying to make sure you can't sue them. That's all they care about. They don't care about how this phone actually got perceived and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically why I've been gone. This phone it might be stolen. Um, I haven't been asked to like turn it in or anything, and for the most part, I'm probably if they don't ask for it, I'm probably still gonna keep it because at the end of the day, I still spent like $800-ish on it. I'm gonna get my money's worth, and really at that point, I know most people is probably like, oh, you should definitely push harder for that compensation. But it's like, in all honesty, unless they like take this phone away from me, like, like I care, but it's like, I mean, hey, it's whatever. I have to buy a whole new phone now. Um, but yeah, motivational. Wow, this wasn't motivational at all. Roll with the punches. Don't wait for your moment because I'm still going through this. And I'm still making my video. That was low-key already a topic, but hey, we reword things over on this channel. Uh, Sorry guys, I'm really trying to do better, but like, bro, that phone situation look had me pissed off, like so pissed off, through the roof pissed off. Imagine this: somebody out of the blue just goes by and tells you the phone you've had for over 5+ years. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, you owe us money on that phone that you completely paid off. By the way, who owes you money? Not me. Also, that was another question. I should have low-key asked them. Why didn't they give the guy who actually has it? Like, he should be paying it, not me. It's like, huh? I put a new service in the phone and you just want to transfer all the blame to me? What are you talking about? Who's the original guy? Who's the guy? Don't you need like his social security in order to like do one of these things? I remember hearing a scam. You need like hella identification in order to get like a phone through a service provider. You should have this guy on file. 1,000%. You should know this guy's name, his address. They even had his phone number. Why are you blaming me? Anyway, sorry about that. That's me. That's gonna be it. Listen, this is the last of these pre-recorded. I'm gonna try to be better. All right, that's all I can really say. I'm gonna try to just be better. So if you like today's little rant video, please like, comment, subscribe. 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's still the goal. That's still the mission. I'm still gonna try to push as much daily as I possibly can until I burn out again. That's your boy Kevin.